Yeah, I got the HPV shot after my long-term relationship ended. Uh, Turns out you don't get shots like that when you're in a monogamous relationship at 22. Huh. Um, so I got that, and I have insurance, and it still cost me $900 because
What?
I am over the recommended age to get the shot. So it cost me
Oh,
$900 for
fuck
something that
off.
really should be considered preventative care because it protects you from the kinds of HPV that give you
Cervical cancer.
cancer.
Okay, what backwards ass reasoning? You're above the recommended. I'm sorry. Is there like a recommended age to be infected? Like, what
Well,
the?
so their logic here is that by the time you're my age, you already have it because like 85%, no, 85% of the population has it at some point.
Yeah, there's like
And
40
also
different variants.
and there's no way to test men for it.
Mm-mm.
So like everybody ends up with some kind, and the vaccine it protects against the ones that are most likely to cause cancer.
Is
Uh,
it still like a
Hate it.
series? Like you have to do it more than once?
it's 3 shots over the course of 6 months.
Okay.
Um,
Is
yeah,
it?
and they
Tell
are
me
the
it's
most.
not $900 each.
No, no, that was total.
Okay.
But they were the most painful vaccination shots I have ever gotten. They hurt so bad, and there's so much liquid in those vaccines, like the vials like this big. It takes forever. Yeah, that's what it feels like. It feels like you're getting injected with soup. Oh,
I hate
yeah.
that.
Clam chowder.
Oh, it hurts. Like my arm would be sore for like days afterwards.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Well, I remember one time I was like looking at shirts and they were like, "Oh, here's high users of prescription medication." Was their example? If you use this many prescriptions, this is an average user, medium user, and then high user. If you take more than 3 pills, you're a high user. I was like, "What the fuck?" Now I live on pills. I'm eating a lot of pills every day, but also fuck them. Don't get treated. How about dying? That'd be cheaper. Damn, I wish I had like a half-naked Canes boy coming around.
Mm.
God, gremlin.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It's
Well, let me
kind of
see.
getting there.
Oh,
Kind
don't
of
tell me
getting there.
this. I'm going to therapy tomorrow.
Kinda.
Mm-mm. Well, the problem is there's a lot of cost pushing factors, like the fact that there's these wretches, these parasites on the earth called landlords, and they're gonna charge like I don't know $2,000 for a 1 bedroom, because they own the property or something.
Yeah, you can thank our lobby for that too.
Psychologists.
You know what fucks people up if they don't have a place to live?
Yeah, but if they don't have a place to live, they also can't afford therapy.
Hey, what if we had more homes? We had enough homes for all the homeless people, but the homes are empty because they're luxury. Oh my
Yes,
god,
because
imagine
we
like
have a really robust system of mental health care for the homeless.
a
Yeah. I
Shantyville.
mean, honestly, like the real money is in Medicaid
Hmm.
because like private practice is relatively expensive, but I saw the back end of like the kinds of deals that community mental health centers have with things like Medicaid, and it's like $380 an hour. It's
Hmm.
like they reimburse crazy fat amounts. So actually making everyone poor and then homeless and then having to use Medicaid is great.
Well, then they should let more people qualify for Medicaid then.
Yeah, yeah.
So wait, why'd you go private then?
Because it's only the community mental health centers themselves, like the giant organizations that have those kinds of deals. The individual providers don't have those deals with that
So
trickling down.
you'll take a lower wage then to get those kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So if I wanted like an individual contract with Medicaid, they would pay like $90.
Hmm.
I never paid any money for my therapy.
All right.
I mean, I did have to pay $900 for 3 shots, but I didn't have to pay for therapy.
Well,
They get you one way or another.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love the interjection. I didn't pay for therapy. Okay, all right, you can keep it to yourself. I'm gonna send my invoice for my session tomorrow. It is just gonna be frowny face, angry at you. Oh, so I have to get those benefits. I need to use them. So I need to get to places so I can be using those benefits.
Yes.
Oh my god, you're so American brained. But also, you got like a cold and probably like shelled out $300.
Jesus.
I love America. I hate the reason why you didn't have health insurance for a month. That is so fucking. I fucking hate this country. I swear to God, we get these geriatric old farts who are life support to debate, and I'm just like, fix it. Just fix the fucking country. Just don't get sick during that month. You could plan to not get sick, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty villainous. Hey, Brad, what's up?
Well, if you want to hear about villainous,
Ooh, yes, always.
yeah, I'm a dependent on my now ex-partner's plan,
Ooh.
and so she tallied up the amount that it would have cost me to be a dependent on her plan and charged me.
What the?
Yeah.
That?
Wow.
I'm sorry. That is awful.
Yeah. So that's what my July is going to look like. But August, the dust will settle.
But
I also can't believe a human would do that to another human.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long were you on that plan?
Well, it was just this year, so the beginning of the year, January or something.
Okay. Because I paid for my ex to be on my insurance when he lost his job, and that was like $250 a paycheck.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
No. Yeah. No. I think we've learned something. That person I met is a piece of shit. I hate it. I'm not this person. I can't believe it. What kind of villain does that shit?
Yeah. No. But the fact.
Lamau.
Oh my God.
So yes. So insurance companies are bad, but it could be worse.
They could have a personal relationship with you and attack you.
Oh my god.
Sorry. Brad didn't just move.
Oh no, we can't hear him.
We can't hear you.
You muted?
Okay.
Brad, I can't hear you in your new location. No, you just muted yourself. No, can't hear you. Can't hear you. Shit's stuck.
Unplug your mic and plug it back in.
Brad, engineer this fucking quickly.
I don't know that HVAC engineers are
Listen,
engineer sound correction.
everybody
Hello?
tells me this.
There you
hey!
are.
There
Hey!
it is. There it is. Ooh,
Did,
there we go.
did you change your facial hair too? What? I'm right again? I always am. Except when I'm not.
That's how that usually works, yeah.
I need
Hi,
another
Brad.
drink.
What's up with the new location?
Yeah, I bought a home.
In a basement.
Bro, Sugar Daddy Brad, we're coming to live with you.
I mean, yeah. As long as y'all willing to help pay this mortgage, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Oof. Mhm.
The light is right next to me instead of across the room, so that is probably what that is.
Yeah. It's very flattering lighting.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm still moving stuff in as I'm looking at the pile of boxes and stuff that are. So.
Yeah, the closet behind you appears to be completely empty.
Yes, it is. The cat though, she's having been playing. That is, oh, where she is? Where'd she go? Oh, there she is.
Oh.
She's,
Oh.
no, she's having fun.
Yeah.
That's what
Or
matters.
box fort.
Yes, it is pretty empty. I pretty much have just moved in, which has been a fun adventure. So.
Yeah. Is
For the bigger items like my bed, yes. But I was just pretty much taking trips back and forth, like after work, to just drop stuff off, and then I just head on back to the apartment at like midnight, and like, well, get to do this again. So,
mhm.
That's enough water. Look, he's on the screen again.
it's pretty much over.
Yeah. New place.
Yeah, is your house a lot bigger than your apartment was?
Oh,
That
yeah.
happened. Yeah, that happened to me where I'm like, I don't have enough stuff for my house.
I know. Yeah, I don't have any furniture. So yeah, no.
Damn, that's so horrible. Anyways, I heard you have a house. I'm moving in now. Let me
Alright.
in.
I gotta get a new bed, so just give me a second. I'm in the process of getting a new one.
What does that mean? Why are you
well,
asking?
I-
We're gonna
well, I
share a
put-
bed, Brad?
I mean, if you want, I guess. I mean, I just have the guest room. Like, I put my original bed in the guest
Not the
room.
worst dating proposal I've gotten, but you know, it's
And then
pretty
I'm
big.
gonna, yeah. Then I'm getting a new bed for like the one that then
I will say, if a man went up to me, I got a house, I got rooms, I'd be like, that is hot. Can we go on about those rooms?
Yeah, you know when
Oh.
you're an adult if you have a fucking guest room. You're a fucking adult at that point. You've made it.
And the basement. I love the basement. I love the idea of a basement.
American dream is a guest room.
yes, I do have a basement. Someone has that.
It's one of those, Midwesterners. Not like us flooded Gulf plebeians.
What happens if you had a house that had 2 guest rooms and now you no longer have a house? Was I an adult briefly and am now not?
Yes.
You're an adult debt.
Oh.
You know how
my name was not on that mortgage.
you know how
Actually-
Digimon can like evolve, but they can also devolve.
Yeah, I've
Well,
devolved.
Like
You-
Agumon
you-
can go to Greymon, can go to War Greymon. They can also go back to Greymon.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, but with
Oh.
guest houses,
I'm not at work
Oh.
anymore.
with guest rooms.
Oh. Oh no.
Mhm.
There we go.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It's okay. I've
Oh,
never
no.
had a guest room.
A class
Asshole.
traitor.
It makes you a
Yeah,
fucking
class-
boomer.
I've seen those. Those are pretty. Those are pretty. Some of the, yeah. When you see a house that's so old that it has a house and it has what we now call a guest house, but we know it as a servant's quarters.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not DMing, so mommy's getting her drink on. I don't have to be sober for this one. Yesterday I had to be kind of sober.
Um. Okie dokie. So, what happened last time, y'all? This is what my students do also. When I'm like, okay, so what are we doing today? And they're like, hold on.
Last time
Oh,
we had an adventure where we were able to save my soul. And immediately after I realized that now I can die in a more permanent way, which is sort of concerning. But at the end of the day, we were planning to, well, I suppose, save the next person's soul. And we were given an invitation to meet with someone who it might be a drug dealer and it might be a trap. Currently, Rahim is inhabited by a number of small devils, which is concerning, but none of us know that except for him, I believe.
Mhm.
Let's see. And that was all of the things that were important. We talked with Soraya for a while, and that was fun. But yes, that's all.
Fran. All right. Franz, what session number is this?
This one is session. I've been keeping track of that.
Is it 12?
This is session 14.
I was gonna say 13.
What the fuck? Am I bad at math? Ah, shit. How much D&D have I missed?
All right. So, I believe that you. So one, you leveled up. If you didn't level up, you leveled up to level 13. Not skipping any levels here. We don't do that here. And you had been invited to have tea with Alvet, the major domo, at 3, so you have a couple of hours. And I believe that you said that your intention was to prepare, maybe do some shopping, etc.
Yeah.
Nobody told me anything they wanted to shop for.
Oh,
Yeah, I just needed to buy a spell component, so I actually don't need a thing. If I'm just allowed to deduct money, that works.
What kind of spell component is it?
It is one that just costs money.
It's something that is consumed with the spell?
It is not.
Okay, then yeah, just deduct it.
Cool.
Yeah, the only things I care about making you find are things that are like large cost items that are consumed with the spell. So like the difference between like the jeweled bowl that you have to have for Hero's Feast and like or like a diamond for Revivify and Find Familiar, which technically consumes I think 10 gold worth of ivory and incense every time you do it.
Can I just pay like a subscription to you and like, you know, we just assume that goes. I don't want to do the math on every one of my ingredients. It's scary. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck up my ass. Holy shit, I gotta buy fucking 500 gold pieces of crap.
I mean, so if it, like I said, if it's like a thing that is consumed by the spell and it's a big spell, I will make you try and find the stuff. Otherwise, if it's something that's consumed by the spell, then you can only do it once if you have one of them. Otherwise, just like take the money out of whatever the equivalent is that you've purchased once.
All right, boys. I need a statuette of a dragon worth at least 500 gold pieces. Do not ask why.
oh, dude,
That
specific?
seems, yeah, oddly
The
specific.
male voice in my head told me I need to do this.
Hate when that happens.
Do we? I was
Don't eat
wondering
my
if we
potato
could stop by
salad.
Titan, if at all.
the
I'm
planet.
looking just for a long sword. And
Um,
he had one the last time we saw him.
yeah, Todd is like, oh, geez. Yeah, we could go back to the markets. Yeah. We could go back. Oh, geez. Where's the fuzzy one? So you end up back over here, which is in the markets. They're free-floating barges, those sort of tethered together to form market stalls. And you're dropped off at the docks there. You could very easily find whatever sundry magic items that you need. What kind of shop are you looking for to get your dragon?
Well, the
Antique
daddy in
shop.
my head and the daddy in my soul said that I need to get a dragon that is kind of a statue, and so I'm thinking ornate. So I'm gonna go to like an unholy antique shop.
Okay.
And I'm gonna see if I can get something like where you go to a shop and it says, it has like the original price tag for $500, but it has the our price tag for like $400.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. You look around for a little while and roll me a perception check to find. Yeah. You ask a couple of people, and it is a an incubus who's had one of his wings partially amputated, who's just sort of like leaning against a gas streetlight in the alley, and he's like, antiques? Well, yeah, of course. There's an antique shop right down there. And you find the barge. It's Marge's Barges. And there is what appears to be a millennia old devil grandfather clock. On the front clock, the hands are pitchforks, and on the hour, a door opens, and you see a little archdevil pop his head out and do a little snaky tongue thing, and it goes back in.
Definitely find something I need here.
It's got a bell on the door as we come in, but instead of ringing, it sounds like screams.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
it's like an Aztec death whistle.
yes, exactly. So you go into the barge, and it's a lot larger than you had anticipated. You sort of walked off the dock into almost like a houseboat situation. And there is a little old lady sitting on the counter. Not behind the counter, on the counter.
On the counter. Yep.
On the counter. She's got her knees drawn up under her little like prairie printed grandma dress. And you're like, the fuck? And then she turns around, and she has to be the oldest goblin you've ever seen. Which means she's probably like 50. Like an outrageously old goblin, like Crypt Keeper. The stringy cobwebs of her hair go down her back, and you also notice that she is wearing an ostentatious brooch, just like in the middle of her chest, covered in. You ever seen like your grandma's jewelry box, and you see like one of her pins that she would wear, like to church maybe? Yeah, this is a grandma church brooch.
Are you still hungry?
I am.
You don't
Send
want
me
more fries?
nuggets.
I'm eating potato salad.
Not right now.
Send chicken nuggies.
Please send chicken tenders.
Tindy me. What does this woman sound like? Okay.
like she's been smoking for the last 40 years.
Oh, I did that voice last night.
Oh,
No,
never
no,
mind.
no. She sounds like a crypt keeper.
Ah! What have we here?
Sounds like
Hey, you actually look like you're older than me. You know, I wanted to buy a dragon statue. I got a good feeling, and I need to get a dragonette statue or dragon statue. Hold on. Dragonette? What did I say best? Nope, it's a statuette.
A dragonette statue? I have never heard of such a thing. And then
No,
correct yourself.
Looks at notes. Statuette of a dragon.
Ah! So you're looking for a metallic dragon section. We have a number of these. Are you looking for one from a particular era?
I see. I consult the inner voice.
Come with me. And she hops down off the counter, and as she does, you hear what could only be dentures rattle in her jaw a little bit, because when she talks, you can hear like an after effect of them clacking together. And these are dentures that were very clearly not made for her goblin mouth. Like she stole them from a gnome or something, so she's got these big white, like human-looking teeth in her jaw. Yeah.
Oh, somewhat unsettling.
And she hops down on Ian, scuttles over to the corner, and she throws back a curtain, and it is an entire nook of dragons. I got brass dragons. I have gold dragons. I have silver dragons. Platinum dragons. Be careful with that one. He bites. I have statues made of jade. I have one that was carved from a human bone.
Do you have one that's green?
She reaches down and pulls out a copper dragon that's turned green. She pulls out a jade
Ooh.
statue, delicately carved. And in the carved eyes of the dragon have been set 2 sapphires.
Cecilia will take. I want that first yellow one. You know what? I like the way it looks. It's green enough.
The gold one?
I think she meant the copper one.
Copper? What's your budget for your dragon statue?
God damn it, boo-boo. $500.
Hold on. And she goes and just grabs a sack of gold coins, turns the statue of the dragon over, unscrews the bottom, and just dumps gold coins in there until it seems like you realize this is a dragon piggy bank, and she just dumps gold coins in there until it looks like it reaches the correct amount, and then she screws the bottom on and hands it to you.
Jen, is this a reusable statuette? I just have to fill it up with 500 gold pieces every time.
Yes.
I love you. Yes. Sold. How much?
500.
It's for 500 gold pieces. Oh my god! This is my piggy bank. This is amazing. Dragon.
Dragon
Shoot.
piggy.
Shoot. Piggy bank.
Wonderful. Okay.
Right. What
wait.
is this supposed to let you do?
Listen, I told you. The daddy voices inside of me told me I should do this.
See, when we talked about when you say nonsense, right?
Yeah, but I just didn't listen to you about that because sometimes you say things that upset me. So I found out if I just don't listen to you when you upset me, then it doesn't count.
The last time that you got a weird item in order to cast a spell, you exploded. Like straight up exploded.
Well, I got better.
Yeah. Okay, so anyone else buying anything?
I haven't been buying anything, but if this has taken 10 minutes, then I will have been casting a spell.
This definitely costs. Or this
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, dope.
If it's find familiar, she tells you, no, it's in the store.
Yeah, not fine and familiar. No, I'm casting contingency with my 10 minutes.
When you just see a sorcerer's customer just casting spell.
What?
Mhm.
What is contingency?
Contingency.
What the cell spend is. It's contingency or something happens.
It allows me to use my big brain to plan for things.
Man,
Hence the name contingency.
Mhm.
You asked me to use my big brain. Mood,
What-
sis.
What circumstance are you casting it for?
When I am in the range of an area of effect attack that would do damage, I can then use Dimension Door to get the fuck out of the way.
Okay.
that is clever.
All right.
Oddly
Alright.
specific.
Yeah, very.
I feel like
It's-
somebody's still upset about.
No, not at all.
About the
Problem
sudden
has been
explosion?
solved.
Yeah.
What was it?
The
The
hurtling
giant?
piece of metal that came out.
Was it the hurtling piece of metal, or was it the rain cloud that launched lightning bolts and acid that followed us? Or was it every time that we've been
Yes, dear.
ambushed?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Could be anything.
Could be
Imagine
anything.
that cloud is angry.
That's just leaving in the helm.
What do you mean? Ow!
No.
We can hear you flirting.
Go away.
Good.
My favorite flirt tactic. Go away.
Tell me it's not effective. Tell me it doesn't work.
That's what it would sound like if we. were
Okay,
to-
go away. Degenerate.
If you tell me go away,
Says the
I'll
one
just
that's
cry.
probably-
If you call me a degenerate, I might. That might be flirting.
Did you lick me or kiss me? I can't tell. It's wet.
I wish you just muted.
Sentences we've both said before.
I have to wipe my face now.
God forbid if your boyfriend's fucking saliva's on you.
God forbid.
There's a limit. There's a limit to how much is appropriate.
Also, time and
comfortable.
place. Time and place.
Yeah, time and place. Yeah. Okay. So you are
I want to shop for something.
okay in the antique shop.
It's Sklep's turn?
I want to go where I can find possibly armor.
Are you called? Wait, you are called Sklep. Oh wait, it's not Sklep. It's
It is Sklep.
it's
People just keep calling him
no.
Schlep, but it's Sklep.
it's
Oh.
Asclepius.
Asclepius?
Fuck you, oh my god.
Asclepius?
Ass clapper.
Yeah, Ask Clapper 5000.
My
Yeah.
favorite Roman general.
Asclepius.
So
Um,
you want to find armor?
at least an armor enchanter.
Okay. So you leave the antique barge and then finding an armorer is pretty easy, and not doesn't quite as long as say an antique shop. So you find the armorer, and it is a skeleton.
Oh,
He's
and I
got
know.
a name tag wired to his sternum.
Hmm.
It says Francis.
Francis.
Oh my god, like the Mitski song.
Does I'm gonna speak in Abyssal and see if he responds to it. Hello, Francis. I'm in the market for some armor, as I need modifications. Are you able to assist?
Well, that is what I am here for. I don't get paid union dues for nothing.
Very good. I have half plate plus 1. I'd like to either move up into full plate, or if you can't do that, increase the enchantment to plus 2.
Okay,
Ideally, full plate would be preferred.
okay.
Fucking now I'm gonna make myself listen to Mitski.
Well, I don't have a whole matching suit of plate armor, but I think
Well.
I have enough spare parts to add to what you've already got.
I was like, I got a half plate if you want to fill in the other.
Yeah.
Get another half plate. It's a full plate.
The skeleton clatters, and you see that he's also wearing a fanny pack as he clatters out from behind the counter, and he like rolls a bin over, like it's just like a barrel with some wheels on the bottom. He rolls it over and he starts pulling out pieces of plate armor. Just, right gauntlet, left gauntlet, nope, not the right. How many right hands do you have?
I possess one left and one right.
He holds out 2 pieces of half plate gauntlets, and he's like,
This actually
Close
works out
enough.
wonderfully, as it would be improper to present myself as something greater than my master.
"You want to look like a hobo?"
Yes, that is he. Our enemies must know that Master Rahim is the main character.
Nope.
The
Nope.
skeleton turns his whole head. You can hear it creak.
Can
As he
everyone else
turns
speak
to look
Abyssal?
at-
Is everyone like listening to this?
Oh yeah, I can speak Abyssal.
I cannot.
I just hear my name and I just saying something. So I'm just saying no. I don't know what it is. I'm just saying no.
If anything, do you happen to have any swag I can put on Master Rahim?
It's like when you could tell somebody shit talking you in Spanish.
Well, he's pulling through, and right now he's got 4 right gauntlets, or
He-
right pauldron, like a leg armor. Like,
I have to style him as he cannot see in the mirror.
He turns again. You hear his whole head creak on its neck as he turns to look at Raheem.
I don't know what's being said, but I don't like it.
He's got tentacle arms with fingers at the end. He's dressed like a blind man. And the skeleton is like, "You just want to look better? You want to look worse than him?"
That would be the right thing to do. Can you make that happen?
Yeah. He pulls out. He takes back one of the gauntlets that he'd given you. Pulls out one that does not match at all. Gives it back. And instead of finding both, like a right and a left shin piece, he just takes 2 of the right ones, puts them down, and then pulls 2 boot covers out and sort of like spot welds them together. Hands them back. The effect gives I got dressed in the elementary school lost and found box. Like somebody had an accident and you had to go to the lost and found box. Yeah. Yeah.
Too real.
And he says, for those pieces, 500 gold.
Now here's the doozy question.
What?
So my half plate plus 1 has become plate plus 1, correct?
Yes.
Now, what additional charge would you cost if you are able to enchant it to plus 2?
$2,000 gold. But you could have told me before I fished all those pieces out. I have to go get a different bucket.
I apologize. I will make it worth your time.
He yanks off the pieces that you already started putting on, angrily throws them back in the barrel, comes back with a different barrel. Fewer pieces inside this one, and you get the impression that he's pulling out. Like, he's like, okay, 2, 1. And he's like mismatching, like you've got a gauntlet from a +3 set to like change the average.
Nice.
I'm gonna make my man look all kinds of jacked up.
Look my shit up, say no more.
And while we're in the business here,
So it's 2,500 for both. That's the 5,000 and 500 and 2,000 extra for the one level 3 gauntlet.
very good. Are you also able to just make my wacky things do more damage? Is that an easy enchantment for you to do?
Depends on the wacky thing.
This wacky thing, I pull up the tailpipe. Or at least make it easier to hit things.
He leans under the counter and he pulls out what looks like nothing more than a flask.
Well, you could try this. It's the finest abyssal whiskey. It's illegal on 3 of the levels of hell.
Ooh.
Just pour it in the little gas chamber there.
Wait, what levels of hell is it like illegal on?
All of them except the swamp.
Of
The
course,
swamp folks do it weird. Swamp folks, they sure are weird.
they probably brew the stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sister, I can tell you.
Francis is like,
You know, it's impolite to assume someone's gender based on the shape of their pelvis.
Alternatively, I could also ask for an improved all-purpose tool.
Too inebriated, I just realized what you said. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
so he explains to you that if you pour the abyssal whiskey in there, it will do an additional. You use your bonus action to pour it in and start it as you would to start the healing gas. Your strikes will do an additional. I think the aura does 1d6 or 1d8 of healing, right? Something like that.
1d4 per minute, I think.
Per
Something
6
like that.
seconds. It's per round. You could pick somebody once per round.
1d4 every turn.
Yeah. Okay. This does. If you pour this in there, it'll do 1d8 of acid damage on a hit. In like I'll say like a 5-foot area of effect around the thing you hit it.
Oh Jesus! Custom item here.
But it's limited use. So he says, "I've got 2 vials worth. $500 a piece. $500. 500 gold ones.
Hold
Jesus.
on. I'm sorry. I gotta go separate somebody.
Like a butcher. Gonna go break down somebody like you're breaking down a chicken. Um, yeah. So
Huh.
no, for 500 a piece, I'll have it do 2d8 acid damage.
Where did I put it? I have to make a custom out of this one. Yeah, I'll take 2 bottles. Why not?
Okay.
Let's do
So
it.
that's 1,000. These came out of my cousin Ronnie's private stash.
Abyssal whiskey. It's additional 2d8 or 2d8 acid on a hit.
Yeah, and it's does splash damage to people within 5 feet.
Okay. And for how long does it last?
A minute.
Neat.
Do us a favor and don't drink it yourself.
I will avoid doing that. $1,000 gold. Very good. Thank you for being of such service.
Thanks. Thank you, local union president. Does anybody else need anything?
That a +1 shield.
Sure we do. And he turns around and rolls up another bucket, and he pulls out a shield, and everybody else sees this and is horrified. And there's still an arm stuck in the back of the shield in the loops, and he shakes the arm out.
Oh God! Product slightly used.
You gonna eat that?
Eat what? What?
Don't worry about it.
You can have it. We get rats in here. You don't want to see dissident rats. Yeah. Say, well, it is slightly used. I'm sorry that you had to see it that way. Usually we refurbish our products here. But 1,000.
That all right. That sounds fair. Give 1,000. Still kind of curious what was on it. Do I like feel? Does it like? Do I is like any blood or anything that I feel?
Yeah, it's a little slick.
Just puzzled face trying to make out like. What is
Yeah, it's I don't know if you've ever felt this texture before, but it definitely smells organic. There's like a little bit of like slipped skin stuck in the handle.
I'm gonna just wash this real quick somewhere. Wipe it off.
There's a water fountain in the hallway. Okay. So I believe that just leaves us going to Titan. So you'll manage to wind your way back. You see the Naga apothecary that you had purchased stuff from when you first entered the city, and you head past and up a little ways, and you see Titan, little gnome dude, sitting behind his very unassuming booth. White tablecloth. Nothing on it.
Vicious crunching noise coming from Sharp Eye as he finishes the hand. And
You gonna share that or
You. That was. It makes sense for me. I'm not your species, but like.
That's just a hand. I'm a hobgoblin. Remember,
Right.
you're confusing all the non-bug people for the same kind of people again.
Fuck. I gotta. All you endos get me confused sometimes. I'll just cut off a bit of the flesh.
Learned something new about Sharp Rider today.
Yeah. Racist.
Listen, I thought the cuddle sessions would stop it, but you know, it's deeper. It's internal.
It
He's
it's pretty
look-
gamey.
The racism?
Yes, but
Yes.
also the hand.
Right. So, after finishing our meal, snack, it's more like it. I'll go to Titan, and I'll ask Titan. It's been a while since we've seen each other.
Been a while.
It's been a while.
Boy, I think you've come unstuck in this place. It's only been like a day.
Right, a day. Sometimes it feels like several weeks spanned out multiple times.
Uh,
Time in hell is weird.
Time in hell is very weird. Also, I have no idea what voice I gave this man the first time you talked to him. I did not anticipate you going back.
Me next session.
To be honest, I thought Titan would be in every level of hell. Because he's the guy we buy with soul coins, and that's the only currency I have.
Listen, he ain't the booger man.
Oh, the booger man.
I yearn for Booger Man. He is my Hercule Poirot in these dark times.
All right, what do you need from me, Bugman?
Alright, so. I need a longsword. Last time you had a 9 live stealer, is that still on the market or not available anymore?
I do have it. As you might have gathered, not a lot of people can put together that kind of scratch around here. But you'll need to do a trade plus soul coins.
Alright, that's fine. Pull out one of my revolvers.
Sharp Eye, are we robbing him?
No, we're not. I
Oh,
will
Okay.
open the chamber and show him this takes certain kind of ammunition, pistol cartridge, 45 caliber. And closes the cylinder once again. It is I'm giving you the +1 revolver.
All right.
It is made of a black hellish steel that is red on the edges. It has carved onto the cylinders sometimes is a series of, you can't quite tell, they might be names, but they're crossed out.
Mhm.
And each cylinder has a different name, and each one is crossed out. And it has a handle that looks like to be made of charred wood.
Fair
I'll
trade,
trade.
fair trade. Fair trade. All right. So, your pistol? 5 soul coins.
1 pistol, 5 soul coins. That seems fine. That seems fair to me.
You put them down on the counter. Titan smacks the underside of his table, and the longsword just appears. It is. So, you've been in this for, going on 2 days, and you have seen the infernal iron of this place. The red and how it seems to hold on to the singed temperature of this level of hell, much longer than metal would in the material plane. And this sword, the blade almost seems to sing with it. For most angles, it looks like regular steel until you turn it on the edge, so you can see the sharp edge, and then you can see that flame-tinged heat that marks all of the infernal iron here. But other than that, it is a rather plain-looking sword. The hilt has been wrapped in black leather. It's got a regular rondelle pommel at the end.
Pick it up. Can you make a sheath for it? Or does it come with one?
Right, Yar, right, Yar. He smacks the top of the table this time, and a matching sheath of very similarly textured black leather. And as you are touching the black leather, you realize that this is flesh that used to belong to a sentient creature of some kind.
Neat.
Along one of the seam edges, you find what looks suspiciously like a tattoo.
All right. He'll put the blade into the sheath, and then put the sword into where the revolver used to be. He'll like change out his belt for a second.
Okay.
And then, against my better judgment, does anyone else feel like they need an upgrade? I got 29 soul coins to spend, and I realize that now I have to invest in our group, especially our survival, since the next soul we're getting is my own.
I just want I just have a healing potion in case one of y'all die. I have a revivify scroll in case you die, but that's about it.
I don't
I don't think Titan's got that. I was thinking more like the expensive items he's got.
But you could run back down to the apothecary and buy. Mostly, she's got poison and drugs, but she does have 2 regular healing potions.
Drugs.
I will buy 2 regular healing potions.
Yep. That's
I just don't want my bugman to die.
100 gold, please.
Hmm?
Sharp Eye, have you considered purchasing any exploding bullets or anything like that?
I can make exploding bullets, I just need the gold.
You just need
Alright.
the gold.
Yeah, I have to, every time one of the reasons I'm so poor is because I keep turning my gold into ammunition.
Ah.
Sharp Eye,
Well-
what if I gave you like an injection of money?
I mean, that would.
If you
help.
want to do coin enemas, you have to go to the Theater of Barges.
That's a thing?
Yes.
That's the one place we have not been, and I do not believe that I am looking forward to going there.
Yeah, considering we gotta go there in like... Oh, fuck, we gotta get there in an hour.
Quincy, you don't want to have a coin enema?
I cannot tell if you are serious or not.
She looks dead fucking serious. It's what those fancy folk do.
No, Cece, I do not want to have a coin enema.
I get it, you're poor. You know, you like me.
So the things I've still got on offer, I've got a mirror of life trapping, dagger of venom, a crystal ball, an Afridi bottle, a ring of shooting stars, a robe of stars, staff of fire, staff of frost, a spellbound shield, and then you got my only sword.
I do.
Does any
As
of
he's
that
saying-
call to you?
As he's saying it, he sort of waves his hand in front of him, and it's like he's paging through the pages of a catalog.
None of that calls to anyone. That's fair. I think the 9 Lives Stealer is going to be all we need. Thank you very much, Titan.
My pleasure, my pleasure. So, as you all are stepping away from, as you're stepping away from Titan's booth, somebody comes up behind CC. Psst, psst. I heard that you were looking to get something that will help your friends.
So I look back to see what's whispering in my ear.
It just looks like it's a young, red-skinned woman. Ears are downturned, almost like a cow's. She has large, dark eyes, long hair, braided back from her face.
Is she pretty?
She is. She is not beautiful, but she's very striking. She's got the contrast between the very red of her skin and then the very like wide brown eyes. It's quite striking.
Cece's gullible enough for a pretty lady, so she'll go for it.
Yeah, and when she smiles, she has the smallest gap between her two front teeth.
Oh, that's right there. That's the old reminder of home.
She says, I came across this piece of treasure, and I think that it would be worth more if I passed it along to somebody who would use it.
Well,
And you look
gosh.
down, and she doesn't have any shoes on, and but not in a way where she's like she doesn't have shoes, and the cobblestones here are very hot, and so you can see where there are like small discolorations across the bottom of her feet. The hem of her dress is really ragged. There are burn holes along the bottom.
Excuse me, hon, but why would you give this to me? I don't know who you are, and you look figuratively and literally hot, unfortunately. So what's going on here?
No, I was gonna sell it. I wasn't gonna give it to you.
Well, what is it?
It's an amulet, and
Of what?
and you can use a bonus action. you can in the heat of battle. You can get rid of statuses, bad things that are happening to you or one of your friends.
Now, is this an attuning item or just a regular kind of item?
Oh, you have to make friends with it first.
Now, I just want to make sure this is like an equivalent exchange. This isn't like you're not corrupting me, are you? I've had enough of the corruption around here.
Corrupting you? I'm trying to make you a deal.
Continues looking.
She
All right.
holds up the necklace like in her hand.
How much?
Could I get 1,000?
That's a lot of money, but you have no shoes.
I haven't been on my own very long. And this is the only thing I managed to get before I ran away.
Ran away from what?
Home.
What?
Home.
Why'd you run
And,
away
like,
from home?
She like holds out the necklace, like, do you want it or not? And you can see around the wrist holding the necklace, you can see what looks to be like the scars from manacles.
I give her 140, 1,400 gold instead.
She hands you the thing and the necklace, and are you sure?
Yeah. Yeah. You look like you needed more than me.
Thank you. And she spends the time like on pulling her belt off, her cloth belt off, and
Wait, hold
rolling
on.
it. No. She rolls it so that the coins are hidden inside the belt, and then she ties it back on.
Okay.
Yeah, no, she wasn't going to offer her body also, but then she like scampers away as soon as she has the money.
Is this called a particular item, Jen?
Yeah,
What's it called?
Amulet of Betrayal.
What's it called?
What?
The evil jewelry piece of malnutrition. Okay.
What? Well, I can't pull it up. God damn it.
I will put the item in your
Roll
roll
20.
20 for now, and then I'll put it into D&D Beyond.
No. I can put it in. I just need
Okay.
I just want the
Yeah.
the details.
Yeah, it should be
God.
in your. It should be in your.
Oh, don't I feel dumb? Well, does it say Amulet of Betrayal when I look at it?
Just written off.
You wouldn't. You don't know until you attune to it.
Dramatic irony. Alright, cool. It's not like a little tag that says, dumb bitch, you just spent more money trying to be generous on an Amulet of Betrayal, you stupid cunt. Anyways.
You're welcome.
Does anybody here have the spare the dying cantrip?
Nope.
Yes?
Nope.
No.
Sure don't.
I'm a sorcerer.
In that case, if it's not too late, perhaps some fine merchant here would have a med kit just in case. Or a healer's kit.
Yeah. I would say you could go back to the Naga apothecary, and she could put together something out of healer's kit for you.
Amulet of Betrayal. I don't know why I'm saying this.
Just a first aid kit.
Yeah.
I should have plenty of spells to heal people, but just in case.
Yeah. She puts together a little first aid kit for you. It's in a basket that may or may not be of the shells that go around the more buggy demons.
How much would a healer's kit cost?
I think it's 50.
Requires attunement. Fuck.
It says cost is 5? At least on D&D Beyond. It's £3, 1 healer's kit, 5 gold for healing and combat.
I will say that because this is hell, it's 10 gold.
Fair enough.
You're like a human healing. I'd like a humanoid healing kit in hell. You're having a snake lady put it together for you.
Costs more and guaranteed equal quality.
Yeah.
Your lives are not in danger. Cool. Well, just rest. You can sleep easier now knowing that I have a healer's kit just in case my ass is out of magic.
Yeah, she also put something in there that's like, she looks at Raheem's tentacles and was like, put an extra bag of saline in there.
Cha-ching.
Okie dokie. Anything else? All right. So you
go to your audience with Alvet, your afternoon tea that you have been invited to.
Can
So,
we get like? Can we get enough time to attune to our new items before going?
Yeah, I think you said that there was about an hour.
Yeah.
yeah, about an hour. Which means we have enough time for a short rest.
Here's a question: anybody want some winged boots?
I'll
Wait a
trade you an
second.
amulet, a piece of shittery.
You don't know that until you attune to it.
Didn't you
Wait,
tell me it was an amulet of betrayal?
No, I
Oh,
told
never-
you it was an amulet of betrayal. You
Sorry,
just
sorry,
saw,
sorry.
like,
Sorry,
no, I
I'll
barely
trade you.
bought it.
I'll trade you this neat amulet I found. Actually, no, I don't know what it is. Never mind. Sorry, take that back.
If you're not using it, then I can take those boots off your hands.
There you go. And they're literally cowboy boots with rockets on the heel.
Oh,
They're
all
Heelys.
right. These are charming.
Somebody's been to Rocket Town.
I'll put them on. What are they called?
Winged boots.
Winged boots. Cool.
Yeah.
Boots of Heelys.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
But now I am both attuned to the 9-line stealer, and it is my dedicated weapon.
How is everyone doing on health right now, by the way?
I'm okay.
Not the worst.
I don't know
Yeah,
how
I'm
close
doing
we are
great.
to a long rest, so I have to ask this question.
I believe we had a long rest
Before going to the arena.
before
You
going
got
to
a
the arena.
short rest in Zariah's private box. And then you could have another short rest and say, like, stop at one of the hot dog barges on your way to Olivet's.
Only reason I ask is because
Does it look
even
like
if I short rest, I can't heal. I've used up all my hit dice.
Wait, is it one of those like hot dog places where you go there, you give them $5, and you get a hot dog wrapped in bacon and onions and a chips and a drink?
and it's on a
Yeah.
stick?
Oh,
Yeah.
I haven't used my tailpipe today yet.
Ah, good. I can get a stick so I can beat your ass.
I'll probably do
Yeah.
that then.
I'm imagining a barge with an Oscar Mayer wiener truck.
Yeah.
or bus on it.
Yeah,
That's it.
basically.
Everyone pile up around me. I'm about to do my little healing dance.
Oh, okay. I'm good. I do not need it, but if it would be helpful.
I don't need it, but I'm just doing it to make you feel useful.
All right.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna smell good either way. It's it's gonna smell like incense. I guess.
No, you're not supposed to do that. That's what Bugman here told me.
That was bath salts. You're supposed
There
to
we
do
go.
bath salts.
Or demon meth.
Mm,
Here we go, everybody.
Very specific.
The
1,
joke I was going her was incest.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Hush.
10.
Hush.
Oh.
Shit. Look, it's the owl
Not
from
great.
the fucking PSAs.
10, 13, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Everyone gets 22 HP.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
yeah, you after you get finished hotboxing the gondola, the imp at the Oscar Mayer Wiener truck asks, the Oscar Mayer Wiener barge asks if y'all are gonna order or not.
Oscar Mayer Wiener Bar.
I'll take a dog.
Okay, so like, what brand? What species of dog do you want?
Dog.
Say,
Like a wiener dog?
All right. Now I wasn't born yesterday. I'm gonna tell you this: dog breeds are not species of dogs. But yes, please.
All right. You want that wrapped in werewolf bacon? Werepig
That-
bacon, actually.
Is that bacon? Yes.
All right. You want the onions, or you want the relish, or you want both?
Yes.
All right. All right. What do you want to drink?
What the fuck are my options?
Coca-Cola for some reason.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah. It's Coca-Cola. It's only Nestle products.
Oh, because hell.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Welcome to hell. We take water out of villages that need it.
Yep.
For profit.
Is there like Ninky Pop?
That's just their Ninky Pop.
I feel like Nikki punches you in the face when that happens.
We're not affiliated with her brand.
You slowly realize the thing she's chewing on screams every time she opens her mouth.
Oh.
2 gold.
2 gold. All right, now let's see. Let's check the bank account. 13 gold. Excellent.
Oh wow, we're broke again, aren't we?
I'm broke.
Move on. You're holding up the line.
You see, behind you in the gondola line, it is a pit fiend sitting in a comically small gondola,
It's always
and he looks high as fuck. You are sitting in between him and his munchies.
I'm gonna get away from him between his munchies because I know that ain't gonna be good.
Yeah. Okie dokie. Anything else you would like to do before you keep your appointment?
No, let's go meet.
I just have to say, nobody suggested you all just run away and not do this.
I'm gonna do this.
No, I'm looking forward to meeting with the Major Domo.
Yeah, we're second now.
Oh god, we're meeting with him. Hold on, I need another one of these.
Jen tells players, "You might have to run away." Me? No, it's a surprise for you to figure that out.
Don't worry, I already have a contingency.
Holy
So-
shit.
Are you escaping?
I can run away at any time.
Boy! So you see something like this.
Inserts JoJo clip.
You see the island upon which Oroshida's palace is shaped like a spinning bowl, and the palace is centered in the middle, and it has tiered floors going up to the top, and it seems to be made of the same iron as everything else in this. Aquinsu, you instinctively sort of like duck and flinch a little bit because you think for a moment the burning top of the palace might be another comet coming. Yeah. But you
Post-traumatic
realize,
stress disorder is real.
yeah, you realize that it's actually a large forge set on the top of the palace. You follow the directions on your invitation, and you are led to not the front door, but it's not the servants' entrance either. It's just you go in through the front gate, and Todd's like, oh geez, I guess I'll just wait here then, huh? And you're let in through the front gate, but then you don't go through the grand entrance. It's just a little side door someplace. It's off of a statue garden. So you go through the statue garden, and you're led in through these. You're led to these doors, and there is a set of iron knockers. Not like titties.
Iron Knockers. My strip name.
Gong, 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 handful.
Yeah, yeah. It's an iron titty, and when you smack it, if you depress the nipple, a hotel bell sounds.
Mm.
All right.
Do you knock?
I will knock.
Okay. This doesn't feel like a sandbag at all. Okay. So you knock, and a slit opens in the door, a slot, and you see a little imp face stick out. Invitation?
Greetings.
Oh,
We have one.
Greetings. Ah, yes. Oh, y Major Domo Olivet said that we should expect you. Come in, come in. The chosen none. What a funny little turn of phrase that is. And the imp opens the door, and this imp is also dressed in livery, so they're wearing a coat of arms. Um,
He's wearing liver?
yes, he has a little curly wig on his head, um, and a comically painted on like broom mustache. Um, yes, this way, this way, this way. You have business with the major domo, and she finds that her time is limited today. So please come in, come in, come in.
Your
Uh,
time is limited. She invited us.
it was she's not. Don't mention it. She's very upset about it.
She's upset about inviting us.
Oh no 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 no. She These were last minute plans that were sprung upon her.
I see. So this was not of her choosing.
Don't tell her I told you.
But we won't say anything.
Okay. So you are eventually led into that study. And there are bookshelves all around, and you can descend down the stairs into the central part of her study. And you see Olivet. She is a night hag. She's tall and sort of withered, bent at the shoulders. The gown she's wearing has left her back exposed, so you can see the ridged hump of her spine and the almost wings of her skinny ass shoulder blades poking out the back. Her hair is rather neatly set and styled in braids and curls. She has gemstones in her hair. The gemstones are red, and they form what is almost a shower of blood across one side of her hairdo. So it's little red droplets. She has an ornate walking stick, intricately carved out of what you think might be the largest femur you've ever seen. It reaches up and over her head. And if you look closely, you can see that carved into this bone walking stick are little screaming faces. Um, and when she looks up at you, you think at first she has cataracts. Hags aren't necessarily known for their traditional beauty, but she has deeply carved wrinkles around her eyes on either side of her long beaked nose. She has a rather strong chin underneath it, and she's wearing a very lovely gown. You're not entirely certain that she's achieving the effect she's going for, the sort of upper class, powerful woman effect. You're not entirely certain that she's achieving it, but you're not sure that you would want to be the person who told her that she wasn't.
Honestly, if people are too scared to correct you, aren't you achieving it?
It's true. That's fair. Come in, come in, come in, come in, come in, come in. Why don't you?
All right.
Greetings, Major Domo.
Yes, yes, yes. Greetings, greetings. You all had quite a day, quite a day, quite a day in the arena.
Long
And
day indeed.
well, we keep our eyes on the prize here. I thought maybe I ought to check out these chosen none and see what sort of business they bring bring to this.
All right. How can we help you?
Well, what are you doing here? Here, dear?
It
Adventurers?
seems as though we have all lost something, and we just happen to misplace those things in hell. And so we have all come with a common purpose to help each other to find those things.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, I have my hand in the several pies here. Are any of you? She points at you one by one, and she uses a different sort of arthritic finger every time she points. Um, Care to make a trade? Perhaps you are, oh, light on goals. You're looking to get in on the condensed order market? Hmm. No, that's not drugs. Hmm.
I'm confused. Did you simply bring us here to try to stage a deal?
To get you the lay of the land, taste your mettle. You know, when a group of adventurers comes to this, they're usually here for trouble.
Is the
Some,
reason why you are so influential here doubly so because devils do well with deals, but also so do Fae. Dark Fae in particular.
well, yes, you do have a good eye. I've worked my way here, and I have paid my dues, making deal among the lower planes, working my way here. Everyone needs a side hustle, but also,
You have
I
stated what
wanted.
you're willing to offer, but what is it that you're looking to gain from us?
Oh, hmm.
What do we have that we
How?
can give you?
I don't know if any of you have it. Perhaps we'll see. Um, she is going to
Oh,
make
God.
an insight check. Okay. Um, do any of you have the lawful alignment?
Um, I would say yes.
Yes.
Okay. Um, she sort of looks and hones in on you too. Really, it's you two that have a rare commodity in these parts. Perhaps. Hmm. Would you would like to play a game with me, maybe.
I want to make an insight check.
I
Go for it.
also want to make an insight check.
I'm not very good at it. I'll guide myself. Because I can do that. Oh. That kind of is thematic.
So she just rolled a 26 and 27 on her deception checks. So, Shklep, you don't know.
Curious.
You're like,
What is this game
like-
you have in mind?
and then Raheem, you're like, fuck, this is a trap, isn't it?
Something ain't right. My insect dragon friends senses a tingling. All four of them are rattling off right now. Something doesn't seem right. Is all I say.
Well, she hasn't stated any terms of the game.
I feel like it's still one that we're gonna lose, or it's at least stacked against us.
We could play chess. Chess. Just to see if you all might be of the right sort. I could get you an audience with Orishida if you'd like. Or perhaps you would like an exclusive invitation to my kitchens. Or perhaps you'd like to go to Cortiso's Salon of Experience.
Can she roll a persuasion check?
What?
Oh, she rolled very poorly on persuasion.
Just
Very
count-
poorly.
just
She rolled a
count-
5.
What's the catch? I guess I'll just ask. What's the catch? What is the catch? Is this something?
What is the catch?
If we play chess and you win, you get from me access to any of the wonderful places in the palace. If I win, you still get access to any of the wonderful places in the palace. But you also give me something that I might need. You won't even remember it.
Can I roll an Arcana check on what I know about hags to see if there's something in particular that she would likely be after?
Anyone else got the feeling if we agree to play in chess, we're gonna be the pieces?
So,
I've seen that Star Trek episode.
Shklep, you are like, well, I don't know. Hags do like to make deals. And unlike devils, they don't necessarily have to be as forthright as devils do. So her deals could be a little bit squirrely. You don't know right out based on Arcana necessarily, but she did mention that she was in the condensed order trade. And you're like, well, perhaps she wants something from us that would help her manufacture this drug. Or perhaps she'd like us to, no, with that high level, you would say she's probably after some sort of ingredient from you. Something that would make it easier for her to make the drug.
Looks at the only holy person in the party.
Oh, anyway. This is Quentin using his brain. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Sorry, go ahead.
I would be very interested to play this game with you. Chess seems very entertaining. However, I am only able to do it if you disclose exactly what it is you're looking for, and if Raheem says it's okay.
Oh. Well. Well. All right. All right. All right. All right. I need a little bit of lawfulness.
Need a little bit of lawfulness.
Just a little.
It's a treat.
That seems a little outside the realm of science and arcana.
Hmm.
How does one extract lawfulness?
Delicately.
Looks at Ikwensu. Are you familiar with this dark magic?
I am not personally familiar, but it seems as though if you can extract souls, then you can extract aspects of the soul. Like personality traits, conscientiousness, things is like that.
When you
Theoretically
say,
speaking.
Are you-
When you say a little, what do you like? Put that in like quantitative terms. A little.
Just a little vial.
She sort of sleight of hands a little vial into her palm, and it's this big.
I'm like, so what happened? I think she did something. What happened? I think she made a hand gesture. What happened?
Slip, I heard some movements.
Master, it
Fingers
looks
worse,
as if
perhaps.
she's drawn a vial of blood, but instead of blood, it's an aspect of your soul? But not your soul itself, just an aspect of it, your alignment of some kind.
Let's see. Let's see.
Like your vibe. She's pulling your vibe.
Take my vibe.
Check if you will.
She wants to take
I
some
don't
of your
know, man.
mojo.
Yo, bitch, don't kill my vibe. No.
Nigga, Brad, fuck you.
My character has like 0 wisdom, so.
You're a robot.
Master, I leave this decision to you on if you would like to challenge her or send me in as champion.
Before I do that, before we proceed, I think something's up. I'm gonna do a quick divine sense to see if there's anyone else in this room that might intercede.
You feel the imp still by the door. What's the distance on divine sense?
It is 60 feet.
Okay. Yeah, you feel a lot of fiends. You feel the Fae directly in front of you. You feel nobody within this space that you can't see, but like you can feel you sense small fiendish presences like in the walls, like that perhaps there's like small like servants' passages in the walls for the imps.
They're in the walls.
They are in the walls, yeah.
What do you mean they cut the power?
But you don't feel anybody else in the room.
I'm assuming chess is gonna be more of a smarts game, and honestly, Slep, you're smarter than me. So if you think you can pull this off, I'll trust in you.
Who has the highest passive perception?
Good duck.
That'd probably be me.
You're blind.
28.
Fuck you,
Holy
Bugman.
shit! 28!
Yeah.
What the
Yeah.
fuck? What?
I see everything and I see nothing at the same time.
It's like Daredevil with like hearing sight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say that when you were doing your divine sense, you got like a strange little ping of something magic.
Who pinged me?
Yeah. Um, in like the bookshelf behind Olivet. And Sharp Eye, you notice that, like Raheem's like attention kind of shift slightly as he's telling Schlep like, chess is a smart man's game. Maybe you ought to do it. You feel his attention shift ever so slightly. Um, and you notice that there is placed in a display an iron horn behind her on the shelf. And you recall that when your conclave contact, Zathan, contacted you the last time, they had said that there was an iron horn of Valhalla somewhere on the in Dis.
That could be helpful.
Yep. And she says, "Would you like to play chess?"
I will if Raheem is going to ask me to use my judgment on whether to play or not, then two things are going to happen here. One, I'm going to make another insight check to see if I can tell if I'm smarter than this bitch.
Okay.
Wish
okay.
me luck. And then two,
Are you smarter than
the party will have
bitch?
the party will have a moment to interject if they want to. Here we go again. Guide myself.
Okay.
It's a 9.
Mamma mia. Here I go
It's
again.
a 12 again.
Okay. Ha, ha. No, you have no idea. You don't know. She's sitting there, like, her eyes are milky. So, like, she's got cataracts. She's hunched over. She keeps repeating words as she speaks.
Hmm.
Come on, Slip.
Yeah. Let's play this game.
All right. So, white or black? Black, black, black.
I will play as white.
Okay. She conjures, seemingly out of thin air, a chess table. And the pieces on the chess table are very intricately carved. And as you make your opening moves, you go to touch your pawn to move it forward. And as you go to touch it, it walks across the board on its own. And you see that the pawns on both sides of the table seem to be tiny devils, like little carved lemurs.
Like little
Lemurs.
guys?
Yeah, I mean they're carved, but and then it's ascending ranks of demons.
I will sit across from her, and as I notice it move on its own, I'll look at her, and not that my face even has facial expressions or fine details. I promise not to augment my performance with magic if you promise to do the same.
You have a deal. And she holds her spindly hand out to you to shake.
I cast guidance on myself to play chess better.
Yeah, insight check.
She gonna cheat.
She's telling the truth.
I take her hand and I shake it.
If you recall, bad shit happens to you if you break a deal in Dis.
Iquinsu leans to Sharp Eye and says, Is your telepathy magic?
I don't know.
Technically, is a racial ability.
Yeah,
Baby,
Jack-
you were
But-
born this
But
way.
he doesn't know.
Yes, yes. Telepathy is like queerness. It's a racial ability. You're born with it.
Well, just because it's not a spell doesn't mean it's not magic.
But
Right.
Sharpeye doesn't know.
Sharp eyes, no.
Yeah, he's like, I was born this way. I know. Y'all are the ones that are fucked up.
Yeah, you're the weird one. Where I come from, everybody talks this way.
It'd be
Baby,
nice-
I was born with telepathy.
Oh gosh.
I like to think it's a dead giveaway when you're doing telepathy because your like little antennae go when you're doing it.
Yeah, they're pointing aggressively at whoever you're talking to.
I was hoping to help Asclepius by whispering to him, but perhaps it is not worth the risk.
Well, you also have been told that devils can intercept all telepathic communication.
It's a good thing she's not a
Including
devil.
including a night hag?
Well,
So true,
Sure,
Bessie, so
but-
true.
yes, she definitely has no devils under her employ anywhere in this building.
Nope. None.
Expensive. Oh, that's true.
Unfortunately, I'm like a broadcast. It just kind of goes everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Don't
so
say
it's
that
not
again.
like something you could target to a single person. Understood.
Okay.
In the future, if we ever need to be quiet, I have a spell called the private sanctum, which prevents people from listening into our conversations. So, for what it is worth.
Fancy. So you make your first moves, and you're going to roll an intelligence check for me.
Okie dokie. That's a 21.
Easily. You, the first set of moves seems to go really well in your favor. You make a very successful opening gambit. You have some of her, you quickly are taking her pawns. You've sort of backed one of her knights into a corner. She's taken some of yours also, but you seem to be in a much better position than she is. Long game. Roll me another intelligence check, please.
Uh-oh.
She gains more ground in the middle third of your game. She manages to break the gambit that you've got her tucked into. She has to make some sacrifices to do it, but in the end, she gets you on your heels. And
On
start-
your heels.
yeah, that's a thing. That's a turn of phrase. Okay.
No, you're right. You're right.
So she gets you on your heels and sort of turns the tide a little bit. You get the feeling that this game is going to come down right to the end. So roll me one more intelligence check, please.
Oh my. An unprecedented move. Ah!
Oh no.
You say that, and then you realize that she was just baiting you in the first third to make you feel like you had a chance. She baited you into doing like a really common gambit so she could essentially humiliate you in the last third of the game. And so you say, a very impressive move, and she says, well, then this is... And she makes one move. Checkmate. Mate.
We're going to see what happens.
Oh dear.
So somebody giving Raheem like a play-by-play of the chess match.
You won, right?
It
Oh,
seems as
no.
though he has done his best.
Oh dear.
A deal is a deal, dear. And the rest of you all just see her put the tip of one of her spindly fingers in the middle of his chest, and then she cracks open a cold one.
She cracked me open like a cold one.
Yes, yeah, exactly. But then those of you who are observant see her turn her hand quickly away from his chest, and there's a little yellow vial in her palm. And just, what an excellent game. And Schluck, you have the poison condition.
Wah!
Oh, it's the effects
Asclepius.
of the poison condition. You feel a little bit confused.
Condition.
Asclepius, are you all right?
It's like metal man immune to poison though.
I'm actually not immune to
It's the-
poison. I'm only resistant to it.
Yeah. And he's not taking any poison damage, he just has the condition.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel
Poison lack.
disoriented. How strange.
Hmm.
You must be well practiced in this game.
900 years or so.
I feared. It looked fun, and I understood the concept, but admittedly that was my first time playing chess.
Hmm. You have a bright future.
Hmm. Do I other than like feeling a little sick, do I feel different in any other way?
Nope. You feel like maybe somebody stuck a magnet on your hard drive. I don't know. Feels funky.
Will this condition feel permanent?
It should pass. Get your blood sugar up.
Blood sugar.
You should go to the kitchen.
Yes,
You
I
hear like the
was under
metal
the
scratching of head.
Have you taken your blood?
Yeah, you need to test your blood.
Good game. Stands up. Master, I have failed you.
No, you didn't fail anyone, Slab. It's all right.
Let me take you to my kitchens. Surely you are parched. Perhaps you would like to avail yourselves of our hospitality, before Orishida meets with you. If you would be so kind as to meet with him.
You want us to meet with Orishida now?
He wanted me to get the lay of your land before I sent you on.
Interesting. So we're meeting. Okay.
Orishida runs the Agora,
Mm,
so they are probably an important person.
indeed, and his time is limited this afternoon. He has a very important last minute appointment meant after yours. But
Fair enough.
we have time to make a stop. Would you like to visit the kitchens? We have many delicious treats on to offer. Or perhaps the Cortiso's Library of Experience.
Right?
The library experience sounds like something we can go to. Does
So
I was gonna throw it. Does anybody not want to go there? Want to go to the kitchens instead? But
Well,
It seems as though you are curious.
Libraries did catch my attention.
People seem very smart here, and that is threatening to me. So I'm just gonna let some other people get hurt.
losing the
Wait a
chess
second.
game has earned us the privilege to do so.
all
He's
right.
interested in the library, but he cannot see.
I'm sure that some of the books are braille. Right?
It's a library of experience.
I don't think
Not-
we need to read.
Asclepius, come here for a second.
The book is Giger for his reading.
Hello, Quensu.
Hello. And he gives you a poke about where the witch had poked you, and hopefully that would be a lesser restoration. Maybe that will make you feel better.
Oh. You have a lesser restoration?
Yes.
Oh.
It does.
I feel
Restored.
realigned and restored.
Yes.
Lesser.
But to a lesser extent. If you
Thank
would
you
like
for
to-
taking one for the team.
So just to double check, no one is going after the horn, correct?
I don't think my character
No.
even noticed it.
That would be crazy. I'm not taking the crazy one from this crazy lady.
Yeah, sure, but do you like? I mean, I guess like I know something's going on there, but I don't know specifically. Do you tell me like, hey, the horn is there?
I think it would have been like, hey, look at that horn over there. That doesn't look.
What horn?
You have to be descriptive with Raheem.
Oh yeah, well, you see that horn on the back the back shelf, like over by those papers right there.
Listen,
Yep.
Sharp Eye, he's not sharp with eyes.
Well, I'm sure he saw the shiny looking thing.
No, he did not see it. Do you not get this?
What? How does he know it's there?
I just know something's there. I don't know what it is.
Vibe.
It's something. It's the
Yeah,
vibe.
he feels vibes. He feels
I did
magic
a-
vibes.
I got a vibe check over there.
Okay, in a display case on the back shelf behind Major Domo Olivet is an iron horn. About, just gonna throw out some numbers. 3 feet off the ground.
Throw out some numbers.
As much as I'd like to go for it, I'm pretty sure the case is locked.
More than likely,
There
And
is no
track.
front on this case.
There's no
It
front.
is an open bookshelf.
okay. It's got to be trapped, right?
This is a trap. That's
The
definitely,
moment we take it, like that's when it'll like longer.
that's a trap. Yeah, you're right.
You can't say
I-
that.
I got the wisdom to know that I'm not gonna touch it.
But do I have the wisdom? Hold on, I'm gonna make
Oh,
a wisdom
God.
saving throw.
You don't.
No, Cece's an idiot.
No, if
Yeah, we would.
if your passive perception is not above like a 15, you have no idea what they're talking about.
All right, I'm too blind to even be able to get involved.
I know what they are talking about, but I do not want to be involved.
Okay. So Olivet indicates that the imp butler will take you wherever it is you'd like to go. If you'd like to go to her kitchens, if you'd like to go to the Library of Experience, if you'd like to just go awkwardly stand in the hallway and wait for your turn to see Yorishida.
No, I want to go to the library.
All right.
I suppose we are all going.
I'll go to the library. Yeah.
Okay, it's the Cortiso's Salon of Experience. Blah. So, as you are led into this library, the first thing that you notice is that there is a goddamn elder brain in the midst, on the floor of this library.
Oh fucking
Oh.
shit!
Wow.
Oh, just stumbled into a final boss.
How did I not feel an elder brain here?
Wait,
Uh,
what's an elder brain?
It's a big old tentacly brain.
Very
Okay,
small.
Literally, you see a large brain with eldritch tentacles coming off of it.
I mean,
Uh,
I love it. I love Metroid as much as any gal, but why is this threatening?
Oh, Raheem never didn't get to see it, did he?
It's like the final form of an elipid.
I walk in the room and it's just like, I feel like Quentin is not the highest, smartest person anymore. Something, there's some big brain energy going on over there.
Yeah, there's some real big brain energy happening.
Actual
Right.
big brain.
Don't know what it is, but I just sense there's someone else smarter.
Yeah, there are also half a dozen mind flayers in the room, flying between empty shelves. The library twists up. There's a central column in the middle, and every wall of the room is covered in bookshelves. But the shelves don't appear to have actual books on them. They are stone slabs that have been slid in. And as you see one of the mind players pull a slab out, you see in the center of the slab what appears to be a glass bubble filled with some sort of iridescent liquid.
This is a terrifying place, and we should leave.
This is curious considering we were expecting to see devils here, and there's influential beings of illithids and fae.
Yes, the bottom of the tower is basically one of those massive aquariums, and through the thick window, you see this giant pulsating brain, pitter-pattering along up and down the staircases, along the floor. There are tiny brains with legs. Um,
This
Oh.
place is so smart that even the brains have legs.
As I'm wary of the elder brain, but what is it? I wonder what a library experiences is.
you all feel inside your skulls the elder brain speak to you. And at first, it just feels um, like getting your teeth drilled at the dentist.
Mm.
Just like this weird, like high whine that sort of pulsates through your jaw and up into your ears. And then the voice comes through.
Welcome, travelers, to my Cortiso's Salon of Experiences. I specialize in jilted lovers, betrayal, revenge, ancient family feuds, swindled business partners. Anything and everything that sows discord and hatred among the mortals. I have many experiences. Many experiences that you may check out and live and relive. Perhaps you may learn something about yourself or others.
Are you offering us memories?
You know what memory to ask for. There is many knowledges that have been lost and found in my collection. Deep secrets, murders, trails. Perhaps yours. Sharp eye. You feel so familiar.
I don't know if you pulled my name out of my head or if you just know it.
Well, it certainly wouldn't behoove me to reveal that information. But for the right price, we can find which one of these little bubbles of time holds your answers. If you have a creature's memories, you have them. And all their secrets.
And we can respond back with just our minds?
Yeah.
In the sanctity of the private channel we have with the elder brain, I will, in my mind, manifest like the scenario of Rahim's backstory and ask if he can offer an experience, if not that, similar to.
You wish a moment of desperate choice and circumstance?
Yes.
Do you wish to know his secrets, or simply what drives a man to break an oath?
I want to feel what Master felt.
Hmm. This I can provide. And one of the tentacles goes up and flicks towards the mind flayer on the top shelf, and the mind flayer on the top shelf swirls around and finds it and pulls down this stone tablet with its glass bubble in the middle. It's almost like someone has entombed an hourglass in this tablet of stone, and he brings it down. Thankfully, not bodily. He uses telepathy to bring it down to you because you're not entirely certain that you want one of these to touch you.
Hmm.
And the tablet is before you.
Hmm.
Look into the sands and give your mind over to experience. And what do you do?
He doesn't have eyes, but it looks like he's bowing his head, peering into the sand.
Okay. So you all watch this happen without hearing any conversation. A stone tablet is just floated down to Schlep, and he puts his face on it. And then you all almost like you hear the low level like noises that are just like the day-to-day running of Schlepp's body, like the little servos and motors and such. You hear them stop. It's like how you can hear other people's like digestive systems gurgle sometimes. So you can hear just the inner motors of Schlepp's body most of the time, and then it stops and it's suddenly very quiet. Schlepp, you find yourself in a cave, marching down a frozen tunnel. And every step you take down this tunnel is colder and colder and colder. And you look to one side and to the other, and you see your fellows with you, other dragonborn in heavy plate armor. And you see on the shield you carry the symbol of Bahamut, the platinum dragon. And this tunnel grows colder and colder and colder. And you realize, having not so long ago been in the midst of a dragon's lair, that you are marching into the very belly of an ancient white dragon's lair. The cold is so deep it seems to burrow inside your bones, and the only thing that keeps you going is that kernel of rage for justice that pushes you forward in your oath to Bahamut. And as you reach the largest cavern in this system, you see the dragon, ancient and mighty, dusted with frost, so cold it looks like glass. And at her feet, a horde unlike anything you have ever seen. And amongst the horde, 3 perfect dragon eggs. And that is what you have come here to destroy. You are honor bound to kill this dragon and her brood before she enacts evil upon the land. But when you see the majesty of this dragon, you are afraid. And then you see how very many treasures she has scattered at her feet. And that little piece of fear turns very swiftly to envy and to greed. Because you know, though you are putting your life and limb and those of your fellows in danger to fight this dragon in the name of Bahamut, all of this gold, all of these jewels, all of these precious items will just be given back to the church. And you won't have anything to show for your blood and sweat and tears. You will go back to your bunk in the monastery, and you will eat your gruel, and you will be happy, and you will praise Bahamut. And it's almost comical how easy it is in the midst of battle to slide your sword in the gap of your lieutenant's armor. And then again, and then again, until it's only you and the white dragon. And the white dragon smiles and asks, "What will you take?" And you say, "Everything." And you feel that cord that has bound you to your god for 20 years snap and sever. And it feels worse than dying. It feels like a great platinum claw has wrapped itself around the center part of your body and crushed it. And you can feel the throb of this betrayal under every inch of your skin. And you expect to feel relieved. And you only feel empty. And that emptiness does not abate as you fill your bags with gold and jewels. It does not abate as the dragon softly laughs as you leave her lair. It does not abate when you eventually die and have to face the god you betrayed. And as you come out of the experience, that skin prickling, it almost feels like your soul fell asleep. Like that tingle and sharp and pain and cold, and it lingers for a moment as you pull the slab away from your face.
To everyone else, this lasts maybe 90 seconds. But you,
Studying him
Schlep, you
carefully.
experienced like a decade of pain and regret.
And it is. I confidently know that this is the exact memory I asked for.
Yes, this is the experience that the brain interpreted you as asking for, the severing of an oath between a god and their paladin. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Or are you asking, does this seem like a real memory?
Yeah, like how close to real was this? Like, is this the memory of somebody I know? Or is this a memory of a stranger? Or is this like fictional to emulate? You know what I mean?
This is roll insight to see if it's a real experience or not. But it is not somebody. It's not somebody you know. This is not. You haven't been like this is not like Raheem's experience that has been reskinned. This didn't feel like a person that you knew.
Gotcha.
And it feels real. Like it feels real. You've never had flesh before. And like the memory of living in a biological body in this memory it lingers. And it's like it makes you feel like you've gotten into like a humid sleeping bag and you do not enjoy the sensation.
He's a little more somber than his typical chipper self, if you can call it chipper. Be careful.
Asclepius, are you alright?
I am okay. However, just the elder brain does not jest. Be careful what you wish for.
So you're saying it's not diet experience?
This is full calorie experience here.
What's happened, if you don't mind my asking?
Essentially speaking, it is a one-to-one simulation, as if you lived in a parallel world in a parallel universe for a number of years and then you came back to this reality.
For a number of years.
Interesting.
I would estimate I just experienced day per day, or day for day, about a decade's worth of a lived experience.
But only a minute has passed.
If you choose a particularly unpleasant memory, the pain will carry over into this reality.
Oh no, but that means if you choose the memories of people who are sort of pleasant, I suppose you could live lifetimes here.
That would be dangerous, my friend.
Well, I don't know. If you wanted to be a most powerful wizard, then all you would have to do is sample the experiences of the world's most powerful wizards. And you could do so in the afternoon.
Mm.
And this is why people pay handsomely for access to the salon.
Wait, how much did that cost you?
For him, it was free, since Alavet has sent you. And I felt that the results would be payment enough.
And you all like Schlep is pretty cavalier for a robot. You know, he usually goes about his robot life with a certain amount of dry wit and whimsy, and you know, a whimsical robot.
Living his best robot life.
Yeah. but he seems to be holding himself like everything hurts. Like there's a tenderness to his body. He's holding himself like someone who has been deeply injured. But you don't see any physical injuries on him.
You know,
Wait, if I can experience a whole amount of experience, does that mean I can learn something?
That is the idea, yes.
Quincy's head literally drops into his hand.
Yeah, you feel the elder brain sympathize with you, and as you notice the intellect devourers just keep running into the back of Cecilia's legs as she's standing there, like they don't realize she's there.
Let me get a vibe check on her intelligence. It is 11, but we all know it's spiritually below that number.
Yeah.
It's good. Like the interaction between like a person's IQ and culture.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. She's an 11 smart, but a 3 ignorant.
That sounds like oh, what do they call it? Like when it heat index.
Yeah.
Temperature is 93.
Feels like
The wind chill.
could I get that quote again? 11 smart, but a 3 what?
A 3 ignorant. No, 3 ignorant.
ignorant. Yeah.
All right. Well, Brain, I've been hearing voices in my head, and I hear a strange language that I don't understand. Well, if you're a Brain, you could probably read my mind, and you could probably figure out what language that is, and you could teach me that language with an experience.
I like the train of thought we're following step by step.
That is not how learning works.
Well, god damn it, why do I go to a big brain for this?
You could try the great owl to learn a new language.
Well, I don't know what the language is. You think I speak languages?
Are you trying to learn how to speak watermelon?
I only got the 2. What? Don't talk about Harold like that. He's doing his best.
The elder brain, you feel the telepathic connection with it grow stronger inside your skull as it tries to figure out what exactly it is the fuck you're asking it to do.
With all 40 of its intelligence, can it figure this one out?
I don't like this. This feels too much to like my real life. Communicate with everybody. Nobody knows what the fuck I'm talking about.
You feel the intelligence, that's the best way to describe it, of the elder brain like almost scrape inside your skull, and it's not so much that it's trying to figure out what you've asked it, it's trying to figure out how to answer what you've asked it. And so it's digging around in your brain to see if it can find the voice that you're talking about. And then as it's doing that, you suddenly feel the pressure in your skull ease, and you feel its attention slip from you. And the watermelon you're holding starts to vibrate. Just slightly.
This is humming.
My Harold is
humming.
acting up.
It's humming a little bit, and you can see the tendrils of his vines curling and uncurling. Roll me intelligence checks to see if you fucks can tell me what the fuck is going on. If you're observing Cecilia and Harold.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I'm
No,
gonna claim she is
absolutely.
disqualified from this roll.
What the fuck?
Okay. Raheem, I would say your passive perception is high enough that you are like, you feel almost that you feel the psionic energy shift from like about where you think Cecilia. I'll
Yes,
tell you why that.
to me.
Yes. No, I'll tell you why that happens. It's because your character's name and your name both end with the same letters, and so my brain puts them together
Well, I'm
That's-
glad it's not because you see Cecilia and me and you
No.
see the same person.
No, it's literally the way it's spelled. My brain is like vowel sounds. This is my connection.
Well, when you look at me, you should be thinking vowel sounds.
Bum. But Urhim, your passive perception's high enough that you feel the sort of psionic energy pulsing from the elder brain shift from about where Cecilia's skull is, like down to the strangely dense watermelon she's been carrying around. You feel it shift. You don't like intellectually necessarily know what's happening because you're not seeing it, but you feel the attention, the vibration shift. Sharp Eye, you got nothing.
Mhm.
The attention.
Aquinsu, you're like, is this fucking brain talking to that watermelon?
Just talking to the watermelon. Are
Yeah,
we fucking
it is. It is talking to the watermelon.
communing right now.
Yes,
There was something wrong about that watermelon.
the elder brain is communing with the watermelon.
Wow.
And then Cecilia, you feel the elder brain's attention come back inside your skull. You wish to speak Draconic?
I guess.
The elder brain replays for you just like the sentence of a deep rolling voice in your skull. Does it sound like the voice that you hear?
You see her kind of like lose herself in her thoughts, and she goes, "Yeah, yeah, that sounds like it."
You wish to learn Draconic.
Yeah.
I cannot give that to you through the sensation of experience. But were you to find someone of a more powerful nature, they may be able to give it to you by means magical or infernal, as the case may be. So,
All right, funny brain man.
Cannot
I am-
believe he just referred to the elder brain as a funny brain man.
I have no gender and I identify as a concept.
Well, I wish you could conceptually help me, but you know,
I have helped you.
Oh no!
We're gonna piss this
sorry, I'm
brain
just
off.
annoyed. Well, thank you.
The elder brain translates the sentence for you that it replays. And it says, the voice translated from the sort of gobbledygook that you're used to hearing into common, a deep, low voice, the kind that almost seems to reverberate in the bones of your ears, says, descend, descend, and set me free and find what real power is.
We didn't hear any of that. It was just,
Yeah,
Wait.
you hear the parts that Cecilia says out loud, but everything the elder brain says is directly to her, in the same way you didn't hear Schlepp's conversation.
Okay, so like this tank.
Mhm.
Can you describe this tank to me real quick?
Um,
Is it like a Shamu tank?
It is like an aquarium built directly into the center of this library. You don't see, like, it's not open air. It's built into the bottom of the spiral staircase in the middle.
Is there like a feeding hole?
No. The fuck do you think elder brains eat?
I was gonna put some coins in there.
Oh, you indicate that you would like to leave a tip, and
Yes.
one of the mind flayers like floats down what looks to be like an offering plate. It's like brass, and there's like a little red velvet cushion in the middle.
Well, here's 10 gold.
It floats away. It jingles very merrily up there.
Well,
Were you gonna wishing well gold into the elder brain tank?
yeah, you're goddamn right I was gonna, Jen. I was gonna tip it in there. I was gonna be like, good job, brain.
Does anybody else want to experience anything?
I have a question.
For the brain?
Yeah.
Mm.
You said that you take payment for the services rendered here. What is your
I
payment?
do. Not usually gold. It is usually other experiences, information, souls of a certain value.
Adding to the library is the payment to access the library?
Yes.
Or the salon, rather?
Take a memory, give a memory.
Well, the memories are not. They are stored.
You look at the stone tablet that you were holding, and you can see that the sort of glowing liquid in the middle seems to have reset in the exact same pattern it was when you took it. So the collection grows as more experiences are added, but the experiences are not consumed by someone watching them.
Yeah, you're viewing them.
Yeah.
Holding the reset tablet, I look at Rahim and I cast message to him. I've grown a little more human, and it turns out that it is indeed possible. I understand you now in ways I didn't think I ever could. I would offer this to you to prove the possibility of the impossible, but I could not ask you to relive this memory again, as I shifted away, expecting something or someone to take it.
Yeah, as soon as you start to indicate that you were like putting it back, the same sort of telepathic force grabs it and reshelves it.
A perhaps less mature or more prideful version of myself would have fancied to take advantage of a place like this, but I don't know. Now it feels like the most terrifying place we have been in Hell so far.
I have enough experience of jilted lovers, betrayal, and other sad experiences that a human can, or that a person can experience. So
A bug person.
I'm all right.
Well, wait, why don't you get an experience of like it not like exploding in your face?
My God, because
Usually people come in here for the opposite experience.
I'm sorry. Where it works out and it explodes in your face, but in all the right ways. Shut up, brain. Did the brain say that in my head?
Yeah.
So basically, Cecilia just kind of stopped, had a face, and goes, "Shut up, brain." Continued on.
Cecilia, if you were to ask for a positive experience, and then you spent years in something nice, then returning to hell would feel like returning to hell. To
Well,
ask for the best experiences to make life as it is feel like hell.
I guess I'm just not afraid of not living a good experience, knowing that I will return or possibly return to a bad experience.
You know, when you mentioned the coin enema, I kind of got the gist of that.
Well, actually, hold on. We could probably ask for the coin enema thing and see if we can
No,
experience it
no,
without
it's
having
fine.
that.
You see one of the mind flayers float down and back several rows, and they run some of their tentacles across the stone tablets, looking for something similar to the coin enema.
What in the fuck? What in the doc?
It turns back to you, and then realizes that you aren't going to take it up, and it sort of looks depressed. Like it's in a very unused section of the experience library. Most people are like, we'd like to experience some sort of death or mayhem, or we'd like to experience moments in like an archdevil's bedroom so that I can get secrets. There's a lot of blackmail kind of things that are happening.
Oh, I thought
And
it
so,
was
like,
just
you're
like,
just like,
I want to get a freaky version of it.
yeah. I want to get down with Zariel. Yeah. But you see that like it's sort of in the like weird sex acts section of the experience library, and like
Like a big section.
yeah. I mean,
when Cecilia gets some money, she's coming back.
Boy, I am quite curious. Rahim, have you ever been able to see?
Yes.
Oh, okay, so blindness is not something that you were born with, but was a condition that befallen you.
Baby, you weren't born this way.
I was more of a curious from the intellectual sense what it would be like for someone who could not see to have an experience that included sight. But seeing as though that is not new for you, perhaps it is not worth the investigation.
There are some things that I would like to experience. I think it's probably best if you just move on.
I find myself curious. I haven't existed very long, and I've been a robot throughout all of that experience. There's a infinite amount of opportunity here for me to know what it's like to be human, or at least humanoid. But as it turns out, in the one experience I tried, being mortal hurts.
No, it's actually quite overrated.
It's not all it's cracked up to be.
Perhaps I'd be curious to see what love or sex feel like, but I think I've had enough for today.
I don't think they have any of that in this library.
Wait, you mean in 10 years of the experience you had, they never had sex once?
No.
It really was tragic.
Wait, actually, I can see why he broke his paladin oath now.
It wasn't the betrayal, it was the fact that Christian never had sex. That was the most pressing thing.
Yes. He broke his paladin oath because he was an incel.
I know what it feels like to lust and not have. And it was awful.
He was so horny that he betrayed his god.
Yep. Again, the illicit and like the illicit sex act sections. Sharp Eye is like, there's no love or sex in here, and it's like, is my existence a joke to you?
They have sad experiences here, so a sad sex experience doesn't sound like something I want to experience.
Why can't y'all just experience be like, I want the experience of like having a family and raising kids and living a fulfilling life. At least you have it in your brain. You can cope, Because you don't have that, you ain't gonna get that outside the citrus of
The brain offers Schlep, would you like to experience what it is like to bear a child?
Holy shit.
You have my curiosity, but that's gonna make like a wisdom saving throw. Oh no!
You experience childbirth. I honestly feel like this girl has to go to that wisdom check too.
Like at first, he's like, I shouldn't, and then he goes, I may never have another opportunity. I have to try it now.
Wait.
The elder brain, it feels oddly invested in creating a real boy out of this robot now.
Yeah, he's gonna be full of trauma.
So another one of the mind flayers floats a different stone tablet, and the iridescent liquid inside its hourglass is the color of a sunset. And if you hold it up to your face or hold your face down to it, the liquid starts to shift again, and you once again are in a humanoid's body. You have flesh, you have a heart and blood pumping through your body. You're sweating, and you are a woman in a very simple home.
Lucky bastard.
A cauldron of soup over the fire in the fireplace, a set table, warm bread, and she feels as she's preparing dinner, as you're preparing dinner, as you're waiting for your husband to come home, the sudden shift of something inside you. And you feel just a little flutter, like a second heartbeat south of your belly button. And the feeling, the kick, it fills you with such joy. This is something that you had longed for in the long years of your marriage, 5 years, 10 years. And you began to fear that you had grown too old to be a mother. And now you can feel the child within you like a miracle. And you experience the length of her pregnancy and the physical discomfort and the joy and the spine deep knowledge that she's not alone and could never be alone, and the love that she feels for her child as it grows within her, even as it makes it feel like her pelvis is stretching apart as she gets towards the end of her pregnancy. And you experience her childbirth, and it is long and it is painful, and you experience every moment of it. And you also experience the flood and rush of love when you hold your child against your chest and you see him breathe, and you see his little blue eyes open and stare at you and wrap his fingers around yours reflexively, and the pain and the fear and the terror of the long hours of your labor fade and cease in this crystallized perfect moment of absolute unconditional love. And the memory ends. You don't
Escape,
hurt
yes?
this time. There's no lingering hurt. It's just a lingering warmth behind your breastplate.
Looks at each of you. Cecilia, have you ever considered having children?
Quite frankly, no. Grandmama taught me a spell just to get rid of that. And
You
quite
cast
frankly-
shield at the exact right moment.
Exactly.
Your pull-out game has to be real strong.
Wow.
Listen,
Asmodeus.
I already
Yeah.
had to grow up with enough little rats around me. I love them, but I ain't gonna deal with that. Maybe there's a reason why I left the village. I don't have to live like that.
By village, she means trailer park.
Yes, Sequencer?
You have had a long day. Several human experiences, one of which lasting a decade. You have lost a game of chess and had a portion of what I think was your soul extracted. Or an aspect of your personality, something to that order. You have helped to save my soul, and at some point, a bunch of small fiends worked their way inside of your wiring and took control of your body. Are you okay?
This did happen in one day, yeah.
Yep.
Huh.
Oh, one day.
Just realized that,
This was a single day in the life of Asclepius.
You know, a lot of things have happened. But I feel like in just these short few moments, it all seems so small. Being human really is complicated.
Like tears in the rain.
Yes.
So much all over the place. It's messy. There's this warm, fuzzy feeling that you get, and like obsessive emotions, and sadness, and pain, and anger, and envy. And it's all in a big melting pot. And not only is it just physical, but mental and emotional at the same time. I don't envy you guys. How can you have clear judgment with all these things going on inside you?
Well, that is why we are all in hell right now.
That's really weird.
So this,
well, we don't
he
know.
looks at Master Rahim. So this is why I'm constantly perplexed with your behavior. I understand now. I can't blame you.
You know what? Sure. Yeah. I'm glad we've gotten a little closer to this.
Although there are some things that you all experience that are truly beautiful that I don't know if I ever will after this point.
Yeah, like that coin enema.
To be fair, though, looks at most of the party, I just experienced something human that none of you will... looks at Cecilia. None of you will ever...
I'm not gonna
Have the pleasure of
experience it. I
knowing.
don't care about your robot man.
Wow.
I believe it's time for us to have that meeting with Orishida now.
Yep.
Yeah, we should probably leave before I start asking questions about becoming the most powerful wizard in history.
You jonesing for it. You're like,
It's creeping up on you.
Like,
the mind flayer at the top gets really excited, and you see all of his face tentacles go in different directions, and he goes
Ugh.
straight up to the top of the wizard stack. He's like,
you don't want that experience because what happens if you do it in real life and then you get bored because you already did it?
no, that if I do it here, then I will know the benchmark to become even better than that one.
Oh.
Yeah, very good.
So, you know, but I don't want to know. Of course not. That would be foolish.
you
Make a
hear-
wisdom
you hear-
save.
Yeah, you
Make
hear
it
the
a
grind.
deception check.
Yeah, you hear the grind of stone on stone. The real as the mind flayer starts to pull out the stone tablet.
Just a quick peek, you know. Compose.
I'll make a wisdom check just for the
Yeah,
sake of
why not?
it.
Just for fun.
It'd be fine. I have a +6 in wisdom.
Yeah,
Super
I'm
wise.
sure. I'm sure. Yeah.
14.
Yeah. You're like,
Not to DC then.
you're like, ooh, ooh. You're not tempted, but you find the will to resist. And as soon as you make the decision, the illithid sort of slides the stone tablet back disappointingly. It's like, um, yeah. So you all are once again led by the butler imp from Corteso's Salon of Experience. You are under the impression that Corteso is the name of the elder brain. Um, and then you are led to Orishida's library. Not his library. It's that was a different map that I didn't like. It is a grand dining room.
Valid.
And you see that there are windows that have illusory magic painted across them, so that outside portrays like a beautiful spring day somewhere on the material plane. So there's dancing sun coming in through the windows. The dining room is very well appointed. There's plush carpets in the hallways and in the small sitting room. The dining room is pitted, so it comes down from these sort of elevated hallways, and there's a long table in the middle that is set with two places, one on either end of this long table. And when I say long table, I mean a ridiculously long table. And you notice that both of the chairs are quite fancy and highly decorated, but one of the chairs is significantly larger than the other one and much more ostentatious, and crowned in spiked iron. And you see Orishida playing at the piano. And you see, and you've seen this kind of devil before. This is the same. This is a Menzu. He is the same kind of devil as the Booger Man you met in Avernus.
Oh, but he's not the booger man. He's not.
He is not the Booger Man. He is wearing deeply ornamental plate armor as he sits at his piano, and he's taken the gauntlets off, and they rest on the piano bench at his side. And it is, having met the Booger Man, almost comical to you to see such a boogery devil put into such ornate armor, and for him to be playing rather beautifully on the piano. And as you come in, he says, "I hope you're not here to waste my time. My direct superior is Despater himself, and I don't have very much time to give you today. Lord of both city and lair, and he will be gracing me with his presence in just a few hours, so I'm going to need to get this under wraps quickly. I see only very select clientele, which my majordomo assures me you are. I must assume that you have sought me out in the Agora of Floating Knives because you are here for the very specific class of ware that I am known for. Dispensations. And we are going to, yeah, you can put yourselves on there, wherever. But I'm going to call it there for this evening, and we'll pick up with meeting the Floating Duke next time. Because I just had to pull out of my ass and describe the act of a soul deep betrayal of your religious bond and also childbirth.
Yeah, fair.
The two genders.
Yes. Betraying your soul deep religious bond and giving birth. The end.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So if it's cool with y'all, we'll pick up with the floating dupe next week.
The library of experience. I have so many questions about this place.
This would be
It's-
actually poison IRL to me.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite things that I have come across in this whole module so far.
It's just like, yeah, how do they conscript an elder brain to just hang out here and do this? There's a lot of things
Exactly.
about this that are just
Well,
like,
it asked
what?
to be freed, didn't it? It's like being held captive.
Oh my god,
Well-
the brain in a jar.
Yeah, I mean, nobody asked how it came to be there.
Hey, I want to experience how you came here.
Well,
Gosh.
I don't know if that would fall under the category of the elder brain is interested in making the robot boy a real boy. How far can I corrupt his mechanical nature with the experience of the organic?
Oh, so it's not I can fix him, it's I can make him worse.
Yes. Yes, the elder brain absolutely believes that being human is worse.
Jeez. And that's on the second level of hell. There must be some kooky shit with further. We've only gone to the second level of hell.
Yep.
Dope.
Yes. So,
Isn't this place so much
Yay.
cooler than the material plane? The material plane is just a bunch of farmers.
right? It's just like farmers and bandits and shit. The fuck?
What
Yeah.
the fuck? They have this thing called a medieval society? Fuck them.
Feudalism? In hell, you could go talk to an elder brain and experience other people's lives.
And make deals with the sexy, betitted devils.
Or boogermen.
Or boogermen. Yeah.
We
You
don't
haven't even met any devils that have multiple titties yet.
That's true.
The more
It's only a
layers,
matter
the
of
more
time.
titties.
Yeah.
Damn it, that's what you should ask for. If you can experience what it's like to have multiple titties.
It's like Professor Quirrell, but instead of a face on the back, it's just titties.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you be careful what level of hell you ask for more titties in, because then you might end up with them in like not good places.
Oh
Your
no.
balls are.
No, you end up with titties like instead of like stacked, which would make some kind of sense, you end up with them like on the side of your ribs, so it's going around your
Or, like-
body, and then your arms hit your boobs all
Or
the
they're
time.
not even like
Oh.
paired. Like one's on like the upper chest, and the other one's on the tummy, and like another one on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
It's like centipede style, where one's just on top of another.
Just on top of your head, just like on your head, right?
Just a tit unicorn.
Like a
Two of
sugar
them.
cord.
Two of them coming back off the back of your head. The tit
No.
Oh, this is getting
Yes.
worse.
This is
Okay,
weird.
good night.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Yeah.